Hi guys, welcome back to another Explain 12 video. We are flying the FlightFactor 767-400 and we are flying for Walker today, as you can see here on the right of our aircraft, the livery. And we are at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport at one of the southwest gates. No clue why, but I think this was one of the only gates that seemed big enough to suit this aircraft. I do think though Cleveland is mainly meant for, well, 737s for example, and so tinier narrow body jets. And this is the new Cleveland by Jet Set Designs, which looks very good. Amazing scenery actually. And we are going to be flying to another amazing scenery by Zero Payware Dollar, the Louisville one, which I also think is a very small airport, not really meant to handle wide bodies, but I really wanted to do a flight with a short flight with the 767, mainly because I don't have time to do any longer flights. So we're gonna fly this nice bird, and we're just doing a quick go around, checking that. Oh, well, that didn't look right, but yeah, just checking that everything is looking fine, which it is. It's shouldn't be any errors or failures or similar on these nice engines. And these are GE engines, right? General Electric. Not sure actually what the thrust ratings on them are, but they are probably pretty beefy since we're flying a wide body. And I think it's all looking good, looking pretty reasonable. I think it's time to get inside, get our passengers on board, and get flying. So we are gonna move inside. Whoop, and we did. Looking good here. Not the best, what would you say, the best kind of cabin, but a pretty decent one. Oh, and here we have the exit if we wanna go into the airport, which we don't. So we are gonna though open the door, or I guess we can't open the door, so we'll just go inside and we'll get oh, sorry about that. We'll get started. Let's see. Did I screw up the viewpoint? Oh, I didn't. Here we go. Okay. So as you can see, it's a very bad weather today in terms of our flight plan. And let me get the PDF document for that. We have a really nasty weather, which you can see here. CB warnings. We should be able to get away, but let's see. We have a jet stream here as well. It's just a lot happening in the weather. Also some turbulence warnings, so it's looking fancy. It's looking great. This is going to be a fun, interesting flight. Unfortunately, I've disabled the weather radar plugin just because of the potential bugs that may give, so we won't really get to experience that, but yeah. Oh well. It is what it is. In terms of our flight though, and I just want to check what's the weather at our departure and arrival. That's then route forecasts. Here we go. Alternate destination. It's looking like we should be able. It's like a 600 minimum. So this is looking fine for destination. So we should be okay. But it's probably gonna be pretty nasty weather. So that's just good. Something to keep in mind. In order to get going, let me just think. I think the easiest is to start the battery. Then we need the EFB. Let me just think. Do you get it by pressing somewhere, or do you have to just bring it down from the plug-in one? Or maybe it's this one, right? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a nice one. So we can just set this one up correctly. We don't need to hide the yoke on this one. Ground, we do want to set the correct weights. We have the zero fuel here, so let me just have a look how we do that. We can see zero fuel here. Let me see, and we have supposed to have 217 in packs, or in packs passenger. So now we're at 280, and we want to get up with, well, almost about 2,000 more. That should do it, I think. Okay, not quite actually. No, I didn't really think that through. 2790 fuel. 28. We wanna be at. So 282. 570. Yeah, that should be good. Fuel weight is 23850, and we can load that, and let's just double check that we actually have it loaded, which we do not. We do not have it loaded. Oh yeah, because you had to. Now I remember. This was the thing I didn't like. You need to have the passenger bus or the gate config, fuel truck, loading the plane. So hopefully that should work. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. I'll move it to the side for now, and let me see what else. How did I make it? Made it a phone? That's odd. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? But I did find it easier to use when it was a bit wider. Maybe it's like a double check thing. Oh well, not the end of the world. So we have that going on. We want to connect the GPU. And there we have the GPU. Oh, yeah, we need to change for some reason. It's saved a very weird default position. Now we have the external power available, so we can connect that. We can keep that on auto. Let me see. White and position right. No smoking. Emergency. We can align these. Let's put these all on auto. Let's go to nav.
Sir, if I may say so, it seems to be a dash cold in the cabin.
Oh, they seem to be cold. Well, luckily we aren't going to do anything about it, because we're slow. Can we open the window? Is that even possible? Doesn't look like it. Let's have a look. It's a bit heavy on the FPS at this airport. We're down at like 26 FPS. So this is definitely, I read somewhere that it's very FPS heavy, this airport. So I'm looking forward to getting out of here. Just because of that fact. But it's not too bad, it's quite stable. Let's put on one pump at least for when we do the... Let me start the APU. We can put those on. Auto. So yeah, the 400 is a cool airplane in that it has the kind of old overhead panel, or the 80s overhead panel, but it has the cool 777 layout in the cockpit. It's looking good. We are being loaded up slowly and steadily. Caution can go. We can press that. We can go FMC. Looks like we have the ARAC now updated finally. Position in it. Can we take one of these GPS ones? Doesn't seem like it, or we can take that one. We can then start inserting our data. And I've actually never flown to Louisville, so this will be a first. We are flying runway 06 right. Anything else we need to put in? We can maybe put in our normal call sign as our flight number, because it doesn't really matter. In terms of the route itself, we can, I guess, start with the departure. We are flying a SID, and I am wondering if we're flying the transition. Let's import through pilot to ADC, and let's see what it says. Okay, so we're not flying the transition, so we can just go to route. And actually here we want to go route. So from CAVs, and we're doing a direct to UCATS. And then from UCATS we are doing the DLAMP 6 approach to a runway for the ILS to runway 35 left. DLAMP 8, UCATS, and let's see if we're doing a transition for the approach. It looks like we have the right, but we don't have the UCATS one here, so that's interesting. Has that been changed as of late, or? Oh yeah, it's been a bit of a change, but we can do this one. We can load that star, and we then want to load the approach, and I guess we want to do a transition from Brel, if that's possible. Or we can do one from Bourbon. That's a pretty funny waypoint, specifically considering it's Kentucky, right? Bourbon. Okay, we'll activate that one. Just have a look. Yeah, okay, we can do this. It's not the best. It's a bit of a weird star, but it's a very busy airport, this one, right? I mean, look at all of these UPS aircrafts. It's super cool, right? So I mean, to be honest, we should have done a flight with freighter, but we'll make do. We're gonna park at one of these, I think, and take a bigger aircraft. But as you can, sorry about that. As you can kind of see, it's mainly smaller aircraft stopping here. It's not a very popular airport because you're quite close to Cincinnati and some other international airports. We are on the right cruise altitude, so we can validate and file. We just need to change this from AirWigo to Walker, and we can change to Boeing. We're heavy. Walker Air Transport, and we can save, close, and then I'll move this down and we'll connect to the sim. We'll do the Bourbon transition here as well. We can have a look at the Is this really correct? Let me have a look here. 6 right, CAVs, direct to UCATS, arrival at ILS, DLAMP,
Current
UCATS,
QNH is
Bourbon.
1013. Arriving and departing runway 06 right, 06 left.
Cleveland Hopkins International Airport information Romeo, 751 local winds are 038 at 17 knots, visibility 8 miles and light rain, 600 overcast, temperature 8, dew point 7, current QNH is
Oh.
1013, arriving and departing runway 06 right, 06 left.
Let me have a look.
Cleveland
Bourbon,
Hopkins International Airport
Cavs,
information Romeo,
Ukats.
751 local winds are 038 at 17 knots, visibility 8 miles and light rain, 600 overcast, temperature 8, dew point 7, current QNH
There are
is
some
1013,
changes.
arriving and departing runway 06 right, 06 left.
Is this one even correct? Let me have a look.
Cleveland Hopkins
Ukats.
International Airport
Now we're just
information
gonna
Romeo, 751
quickly change the 80s. So Ukats to shirt, to CVG, no Sidhi, Anchor, D-Lab, K-Fong, Mercy, M-Cans, Purple.
No, 2798.
Hey, we got a message to give you all a call.
No, 2798, roger. Music clearance.
We already have it. We just got a message to give you all a call on our pre-departure clearance.
What I'm wondering is,
Verify clear to the Delta Tango Whiskey Airport, Vidavana to departure red transition Dennis Bow. Climb maintain 10,000, expect flight level 360 in 10 minutes, walk 7.
okay, active.
That's what we got. So 2798, we got on paper. Thanks.
That's 2798, thank you. That is what I have. Read back is correct, and you have a good day.
Let me have a look at the route just to make sure. I think it's correct. It's just a bit of a difference since it's been updated. But let's avoid any what are they called? Any of those
Yeah, 683, clear to the Mike.
missing waypoints. Goddamn,
Via the Bain.
forgetting the word now.
Lux transition. Direct hotel echo.
But yeah, we don't want to have that since the Pilot TDC doesn't have that.
To Lima Echo, Golf Tango. Jet 43.
But we do have the right flight plan now, it looks like, so that's good.
November Oscar Sierra Tango.
We just need to do the init refs. And we should have everything loaded now, so let's have a look at weight and balance.
Uniform Mike 215.
This doesn't look
November
correct.
Uniform Delta India Sierra.
Oh, it is correct, I think.
Uniform Tango 43.
Yeah, it is correct. Okay, that's good. Very good to see. Happy days.
Direct.
Do we have a lights on, or why is it so bright in here?
Direct Charlie Mike Zulu.
Oh well.
Direct Mike Charlie Zulu. Climb maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 330 in 10 minutes. 127161.
Okay, let me see.
City 3, clear to the bank to Luck, direct to Heaven, J43 Plier, direct to Nost, Mike 215 Passad, Upper Mike 215 Nudis, Upper Tango 43.
Let me see. What do we need to do? We need to
Direct to
upload
Cosmo,
stuff
the
and
airport,
then
10,000
discontinuities. That's the name. Sorry. Now I figured that out.
the altitude.
So we don't want to have any of those
320
discontinuities.
after 10, squawking 7161. I'm sorry, 320.
Okay,
83 and after Heaven,
282.5 for zero fuel.
Direct to flyers, but I'm showing Jet 43 to Lima Echo Golf Tango.
For this reserve fuels,
Should probably connect, but for my
8.2.
connect, I have
Cruising altitude, we're going quite high. We're flying an index of 221.
Leggett J43 Plier, then Nost.
So pretty hard winds, 210, 72.
Flight level 330, squawk 7161.
Yeah, 683 readback is correct. Departure date is uniform.
Did we have any?
And which ramp are you at?
We're on ramp 6.
Ramp 6, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe we didn't actually have any. Who is trying to talk to me?
We are freezing back here. Please do something.
Are they really freezing back there?
Clearance Delta 6.
Yeah, it looks pretty warm, 17 degrees. What are they complaining about? That's normal Swedish summer weather.
Alright.
People, they always want more.
Okay,
We'll start the APU. Get the bleeds.
Reroute forward, thanks, reroute, and going to San Diego, advise ready to go.
Anything else we need to do? Advanced sounds, no interactions, no sim settings.
Alright, 1636 for the San Diego Airport via the NASA 2 departure.
Yeah, we're using better pushback.
Direct Golf, Tango Hotel.
Okay.
Direct Charlie, November X-ray, and J74.
We can close that. Let me just see if I reopen it. Still the small one. God damn it.
The Hog intersection at the Hotel, Oscar.
Want the big EFB.
Then the Lucky One arrival in San Diego.
But okay, we're getting the APU started.
Expect flight level 360.
TCAS is still off. But that's the only thing I'm wondering about takeoff data. How do we get that? I guess the best way is to just populate these based on the input we have. Sometimes we get selected from the flight plan, so we can in those cases use that input. Doesn't though always. Okay, we don't seem to have gotten any flex. So let's just do a low one. That should be fine. Flaps 5. I think we had 23 CG. And I guess we want to get some reference speeds. Let's switch and see what's the wind.
8, dew point 7. Current QNH is 1013. Arriving and departing
Oh,
runway
we
06
need to
right, 06
we need to
left.
change that since we're in the America or in the USA to be precise. So we need to have the units of measure being USA, and now we can go back.
17 knots. Visibility 8 miles in light rain. 600 overcast. Temperature 8, dew point 7. Current altimeter is 29990. Arriving and departing runway 06 right, 06 left.
29990.
Cleveland Hopkins International Airport Automated Weather Observation 751 local winds are 038 at 17 knots. Visibility 8 miles in light rain. 600 overcast.
Okay, pretty hard winds.
Temperature 8, dew point 7. Current altimeter is 29990. Arriving and departing
29990. Good. And here we have our reference speeds. So we have that set. We're ready here. Walker 4003 heavy. Ready to copy. IFR clearance. Let's see how
Walker
big of a difference
is cleared to Kilo Sierra Delta Foxtrot climb
the
via
flight
CAPS
plan
for
is.
departure with the CAPS transitioned in S5. Expect departure runway 06 right. Climb to 16,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 5 minutes after departure. Cleveland departure on 135.87.
Okay, it's quite
4623.
quite a
Walker
big
4003
difference.
Heavy is cleared to Kilo Sierra Delta Foxtrot climb via the CABS 4 departure with the CABS transition, then is filed. Climb to 16,000
But
feet.
quite a
via
high
departure.
clearance from the
Expect higher
get-go.
clearance is 5 minutes after departure.
So we'll
Cleveland
take that.
departure on 135.87. Squawk 4623.
Four, six,
Walker
2,
4003
3.
immediate back correct altimeter to 9990 contact Cleveland round on 121.7 when ready for pushback. Good day.
Altimeter 29990
There we go.
ground on 121.7 Walker 4003 heavy.
Let's put that on so we don't forget it. We can also do the fire test. Just make sure that works. And it does seem to work. I guess we'll have to let it play out for a bit. We should have the... Sorry about that, forgetting about the default views being a bit weird. Oh yeah, one thing we need to do is pack X. Oh god, forgot that totally. And we wanna do... Oh, now he's gonna complain again about the heating of the aircraft. Ah, he's doing a good job, I would say. We'll just do a very short. In terms of passenger count, we won't have any Wi-Fi on this one. It's an old bird. We didn't have fancy stuff like that. Well, I guess this one isn't that old, right? It's like the 90s. beginning of 2000s that the 400 version was built.
So 1916 monitor tower 125.32.
Custom safety brief, pack X, safety. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
So the 533 follow the 75 monitor tower 125.32.
Well, we can't let the passengers be unhappy, can we? So let me see. Let's raise the temps, and then we'll just remember to close the packs before we start the engines. Okay, yeah, so we won't have any of these working because we have disabled the plugin. I think so, at least. Brake source. That's probably gonna fix itself. Oh yeah, we need to do these ones, right? The hydraulics. Put them on autos. We have those ready. Don't think we need to tweak anything with these. Yeah, dampener.
Alright, at ramp 1, give way to the outbound 75,
What else? APU gen. We can put that on. All the different pumps. I don't think we need the central pumps though, actually, because we don't have enough fuel for that. We can put on the seatbelt signs for everyone. And yeah, let's see. It's not nice weather, unfortunately. Let's keep that on low. Okay, ground. We can remove the GPU. We'll close all the doors. And we can also, with that in mind, start removing all of the ground handling stuff. And let's see, what viewpoints did I have? Any good ones? Some okay ones. Well, none really spectacular viewpoints. What's this light that I have on? Do I have on the floodlights? It just looks so bright in the cockpit. We can't have that.
Ground, you got Super Tug 1, Delta North. Tug 1, ground. Yeah, yes, turn to 88, ramp number 1, please. Tug 1, right, turn right on Alpha and hold short of...
Why are the radios showing...
We're ready to go when you are.
as off? That is a bit strange. They are working though.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 4003 for service to Louisville. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and safe.
Yeah, they are still working though, so it should be fine. Let's see once we get going. Let's put on the flight directors. We can put TFC on. We have that set. And we can also remove or hide the ground handling stuff. Let me just get rid of that. Hide all. Walker 4003 heavy, ready for pushback.
Walker 4003 heavy pushback approved.
Pushback approved Walker 4003
And it's
heavy.
gonna be a bit of a taxi down to runway 6. Alright. Nothing super long though, but yeah, a bit of a... Oh, that's gonna make this a bit more difficult. Let's zoom in. so that we have some visibility on how we are being pushed back. And I think the easiest is to be pushed back like this. Something like this should be good enough.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
And I think we are. Let's get the jetway disconnected with Sam.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
So we don't have the jetway connected. Any news on the radios? Nothing. That's odd. Why is it not working? But okay, not the end of the world, but it is working, it's just not showing. You can see the same issue here. Let's see once we start everything if it's just something with the way I've set it up. Could be, you know, maybe I have the wrong bus ties or something similar on. Oh, are we seeing a bit of sun? Is that? Look at that. Hallelujah. Let me just change the view so we can. Yeah, maybe there is a sun. Oh, it's gone. Well, well. Okay, they are ready. We are ready. Let's see that the A cars is still going on. It's still going on. Is it going strong? It is still going strong. Good. KSDF. We are ready. Anything here that we need to? Ready? Don't think so. It's still raining, so let's keep the wipers on. Okay.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, 5 past 10 inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
We are ready to go. I think it's gotten a bit warmer now, so we can shut the packs. And we can start the right engine first. We are seeing the values increasing. That's good news. Let's have a look. The engine is pulling up nicely, so that's great to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen to an important information. Thank you for flying with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this
got
Walker Air Transport
dying.
flight. We please ask your attention as we demonstrate the safety features on this aircraft.
Talking about what was
Please
the
make sure your
trim?
bags are either in the overhead compartment
2.8.
or under the seat in front of you. Make sure to switch your phone or any other electronic devices to airplane mode. It's important to fasten your seatbelt,
Oh,
even when the
can't
sign is
move
off,
the.
in case we pass through unexpected turbulence. During taxi, takeoff, and landing, please fasten your seatbelt and make sure your seat is in the upright
Oh,
position.
that's odd. It's not showing the trim
In case of a depressurization,
indication.
oxygen masks will
But let's
fall
hope
above
it's
your seat. Please wear yours first before
reasonable.
helping children and others. In case
That's
of an
this one.
emergency, there are doors in the front, middle, and back of this aircraft. Locate the one nearest you.
Okay, that's a good start.
At this
Starting
moment,
engine number
please make sure your
1.
phone is switched to airplane mode. Your seatbelt is fastened, and your seat is on its upright position. For further information, please read the
Left
safety
and right
information
engine
card
EEC
located in the seat
mode.
pocket in front of you. Thank you for flying with Walker Air
Is
Transport.
that potentially
We wish you to
these
sit
two?
back, relax, and enjoy your flight.
Okay, let's have a look once we get everything up and running. There wasn't any risk of anti or of ice. Okay, let's see. We can put the bleeds on. Oh yeah, this one should go for the flight deck. To auto. We can close the middle ones. I think we still want to do these ones. Anything? Okay, still no fuel quantity. Can we see the fuel quantity anywhere? We cannot unless we have
Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1.
Juliet Foxtrot, hold short of 1, Brigade 6146.
I guess we're flying without any inputs. That's hopefully it's not gonna lead to a crash. But yeah, unfortunately, I've heard these flight factors are a bit buggy. These older ones, unfortunately. So I guess this is a word of caution.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
While they're disconnecting, we can already start putting in some of the info. We know it's gonna be 664. And we know it's gonna be Barrow. 6, 6. Okay, this one is not a nice system. 6, 6, 4. So 6, 6. Okay, disconnect. Pushback track in operation.
Brigade 6146, craft run 1 to 4, taxiway Foxtrot, traffic 2 mile final runway 1.
Yeah, we are clear on crossing 1, Brigade 6146.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Let's just have a look here. Okay, these seems to be working at least, so we do have working rudders, elevators, ailerons. We don't know anything about our stab trim, so that's something to be a bit mindful of. Since that and some of these gauges have stopped working. Hopefully it won't lead to any bigger issues, but let's see. We can put the weather radar on even though we don't have it working, or because I've disabled the plugin, right? But yeah, looks like we're clear. That's good to see. It is a beautiful aircraft, the 767-400. Very nice indeed. And yeah, I think we are ready to... Why is that one showing? Was it because I didn't have the isolation valve? Yeah, okay, now we have that. We can shut the APU as we... Yeah, that should be fine. Let me see, APU, we can do the gen, or we can keep the gen, shut the APU. We wanna do the taxi lights and runway turn off. Looks good, and we can ask for taxi clearance. Walker 4003 heavy, ready to taxi. Okay, let's see.
Walker 4003 Heavy runway 06 right, taxi via Charlie Foxtrot, Revolima, hold short runways 24 left 06 right.
Runway 06 right, taxi via Charlie, Foxtrot, Bravo,
Okay,
Lima,
that's... They gave us some really weird taxi. I'm not gonna
right, Walker 4003 heavy.
spend time taxiing like that, even though I appreciate the effort.
And the Frontier 545, runway 1, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 4, monitor the other side.
Alright, via Charlie, cross 4, monitor tower to runway 1, Frontier 545.
We can turn to the right though here immediately. Let's have a look at how it looks. Okay, it looks like it's going pretty fine. We have the flaps down, so things like that is working.
Grab 5608 off of November. 5608, ground taxi park.
Okay, we are turning pretty nicely to the right, and then we'll go to the left. And the weird way Pilot to the Sea wants us to go is basically to go right, not on this one, but then on the next one, then drive down, then go left, come back on this one, and then get down. It's a bit unclear why they want us to fly such a ping pong route, which is why we are gonna happily ignore them, which of course shouldn't do if you're flying VATSIM or similar, but we'll do it. Yes, exactly.
Ground American 21. Push Alpha.
Anything else?
American 2119, now push back spot 4.
Pushback spot 4, American 2119.
Guess we can keep that off. I'm gonna assume it's the similar system to the 737 that it will pop up if something goes wrong, which hopefully there won't be any issues, but you never know. Okay, we'll continue taxiing. Let's see. Oh, you want to keep the pack on. Talking about packs, what about
Walker
packs?
4003 heavy cross runway 4 left.
Cleared to cross runway 24 left Walker 4003 heavy.
And what do we have there? A 757. What a beauty. And we don't want to go out here into the abyss. We want to stay on the taxiway with our 767-400 extended range. I do hope the free update to the 767 is a good one that FlightFactor is working on. I've heard a lot of people be very hype about it. It's gonna be for both the 767 and the 757. I don't think I'll get the 757. I'm not. It is a very cool aircraft, but it's really just not my cuppa, in the sense that I have the Captain Sim 1 in P3D, and that's about sufficient to whenever I get an itch to fly it, I can just take that one out. But I do think the FlightFactor one is a bit better than the Captain Sim ones. The only disclaimer is it's only because I think the VNAV is working, and of course taxiing is better and stuff, but the VNAV seems to be working better. But I'm a bit uncertain why the VNAV doesn't work in the Captain Sim 767, because I've heard it's supposed to work, so you know, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe some Windows update or something has broken it. Let's put on the clock as well, because I didn't do that. We won't be able to see anything because a lot of our avionics is shut down for a reason unbeknownst to me. It is probably or hopefully not related to me. Or no, wait, it is me. God damn, it was I who did that. Okay, okay, you can scratch that one. That's me. That's on me. Okay. God damn, I had no clue you could tweak with those to that extent that you could. God, now I feel extra. I had a small feeling that, you know, it came kind of in the same time as I was messing with the panel lights, just to see if there was some lights that were on that shouldn't be on, and apparently there were. That's good. That's really good, actually. So now we can continue. Soon we'll be able to take off and get up into this mayhem of a weather, and unfortunately we can't see it on the weather radar. The weather radar worked pretty well otherwise when I tried it before I had my crashes. Since I disabled that plugin, knock on wood, I've had better success with this plane. And the FPS has been pretty okay, around 30. They have really optimized it much better in X-Plane 12 with the new beta, so I hope they continue with that. Okay, we can get a bit ready. Red, put on the rest of the lights. But yeah, X-Plane is really becoming a great sim. And now when I got the map enhancement working right, been flying with it as of late, it's just been a better experience generally. I was happy I actually tried that. I read some forums posts that really bashed it, and I wasn't so certain I wanted to do that. Then I tried auto, couldn't get it to work, too complicated. And then I went with the map enhancement. Or maybe auto wasn't too complicated, I could set it up, but it just wouldn't work for some reason. And I'm pretty good at getting things to work at the end of the day. So yeah, then map enhancement was the best option. Walker 4003 Heavy, ready for takeoff.
Walker 4003 heavy contact Cleveland Tower on 124.5.
Yeah, give us
Tower on
Cleveland
124.5
Cleveland
Walker
Tower.
4003 Heavy.
Okay, but fuel is looking good. Can we do like a beep beep? Walker 4003 Heavy, ready for takeoff.
Walker 4003 heavy winds are 038 at 13 knots.
Okay, so it's
Runway 06 right cleared for takeoff.
less winds than we thought.
Runway
That's
06
good
right
news
cleared
actually.
for takeoff Walker 4003 Heavy.
Anything else that we need to consider? No, lights are set, flaps are set, trim is... Okay, we were pretty close with the trim. 2.8. So about that. 06 right. And we'll turn here. Such a satisfying sound with those wipers. This is a really good looking airport. I mean, Jetset Designs, kudos to you guys. You did a great job with this one.
On runway 06 right.
Let's stop here. And let's get ready to tango. Okay, we are gonna go up and we are gonna fly this plane like there's no tomorrow. Anything we need to consider? No, we should be fine. Everything is set up correctly, lights, etc. Any risks? Well, maybe the weather will kill us, but hopefully not. And let me think about this. I think it's this one, right? So let's add a bit of thrust first, see how it looks. Okay, N1. Set. Can we activate LNAV? We can. VNAV? We can. Oh, now we were a bit to the left anyway. Okay, we have thrust set. 80 knots, check. Okay, we're now using the rudder to maintain center line. 100 knots, check. Come on. Come on, buddy. Get that speed. V1. Rotate. And we basically took off with just the trim. That was pretty cool. Okay, gear coming up. And it is coming up, so that's good. Yeah, looking pretty good. We need to climb a bit more. Gonna go to 0 flaps. Let's have a look just before we lose the nice ortho photos. Oh, and we need to trim like crazy, goddamn. We're on throttle hold. Let's go to speed. Okay, now we're on climb 1. Yeah, I know. We are climbing. Or supposedly at least we're trying to climb. I think we had a bit of a too low trim setting. Now we're climbing a bit better. We can get the wipers off, they're not really gonna help us with anything. Hate that. Really need to fix that default view.
Walker 4003 heavy contact Cleveland departure on 128.25.
Departure on 128.25 Walker 4003 Heavy.
Okay, we're still manually flying this. We can shut the runway lights and the nose gear one. Keep the landing ones. Actually, I'm not sure if the nose gear one is the taxi one, but oh well. Okay,
Departure
we're
Walker
turning.
4003 Heavy climbing to 16,000 feet.
Walker 4003 Heavy, good morning. Radar contact 6 nautical miles east of Cleveland Hopkins International Airport.
Okay, we have about 1 hour to go. 300 nautical miles. Okay, let's see. Still climbing, still looking pretty good. Let's see how long it takes before we get out of the weather. I'm gonna trim a bit down.
Walker 4003 Heavy, contact Cleveland Center on 120.77.
Center on 120.77 Walker
Let's add
4003
data.
Heavy.
Okay, and they want us to continue
Center
climbing.
Walker 4003 Heavy climbing to 16,000 feet.
Walker 4003 Heavy, good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam.
American 480, traffic at your 1 o'clock in 10 miles. The westbound type of known altitude indicates 10,000.
Okay, we are climbing.
American 480 is looking at, what do you got for current off temperature?
We're supposed to get up to 30,000 feet. That's gonna be like our cruising altitude. We won't be there very long. It's a short flight, right, to Louisville. To Louisville, that would be a fun name. It's Louisville. And my wife actually lived in Owensboro, Kentucky for a while, so it has some connection, the state of Kentucky. Okay, we're crossing 9,000 feet, and now we're kind of on the straight path. We'll go with autopilot on. Actually, one thing we did forget was the auto brake. That should have been on rejected takeoff.
Walker
So that was a bit of a rookie mistake.
Contact Cleveland Center on 134.9er.
Center on 134.9er Walker 4003 Heavy.
We are climbing, and let's already prepare for our landing because we don't want to end up being unprepared.
Center Walker 4003 Heavy climbing to 16,000 feet.
Walker 4003 Heavy, good morning.
109.35, yep. That is the correct inputs. And do we need anything else? Okay, we're getting out of the first kind of layer of weather. Still a lot of rain. It really looks like Star Wars. it really actually looks like Star Wars. Think we can check some of these gears. Looking good. Stat looking good. We can go to standard. This one was already on standard, so guess we don't need to do that. Let's see if we get higher clearances. Let's have a look on the engine view. Looking pretty good. And the packs, a bit shaky maybe. You can see kind of the seats bumping, but at least they have televisions to watch stuff on.
Walker 4003 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Walker 4003 Heavy.
Okay, we're still climbing. Hopefully we should get up above the weather, but it might be very high actually. And I can't really see it here with the weather radar either. Can't really use that to tilt it above, see what it's saying. But let's see, hopefully it should be fine. Okay, we have around 38 minutes according to Walker. 45 minutes according to pilot to ADC. Let's see which one is closer to being right. Okay. And we are climbing. Oh, I guess 18,000 is when we should change the standard, but yeah. Small mistake. Forgot that we're not in Europe. We can't really get the packs moving about. Oh, we have a...
American 480, traffic no factored,
What did he say? I had no idea what he said. Can't have been that important.
Walker 4003
These
heavy
lights
climb
can
and
go off.
maintain flight level 300.
300,
Climb
so
and maintain
that's
flight
our
level 300,
cruising
Walker
altitude.
4003 heavy.
So let's put that in. And it's looking good. It's looking very good. Beep beep beep. Okay, can we raise the volume on this guy now so we can hear what he's saying? Yeah, we don't need the gas mask. Let's actually bring the EFB. I want to see if I can raise the volume, advanced sound, cabin crew volume. Let's get that up. Okay, let's see what he says.
Walker 4003 heavy expect the LAMP 7 arrival with the cost transition for
Did
the
I forget
ILS
about the
approach to
cabin
runway
safety
35
routine?
left with the BRBON transition at
Well,
Louisville
I
Muhammad
probably
Ali
did.
International Airport.
Expect the LAMP 7 arrival with the UKITS transition for the ILS approach to runway 35
What's the
left
routine with
for the
this plane?
transition, Walker
I have no clue.
4003 heavy.
Okay, did we get top of climb? Let me see. Top of descent. Yeah, okay. Okay, and this is nasty weather, and we have no clue what we're driving through because we have no weather radar. This looks like we're driving through like thunderstorm clouds. Great. We're probably not gonna get out of them anytime soon. Let's hope we survive, guys. Yeah, let's have a look here. Already doing safety demonstration, that's good. I guess. Better late than never. Look at the speed though, we gotta be a bit careful, we are almost at the red tape. We're 28. Can we get higher? Maybe we should request higher. Maybe we can get away from the weather that way. Walker 4003 heavy. Request flight level 340.
Walker 4003 heavy climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340, Walker 4003 heavy.
Yeah, we don't want to overspeed, but we do want to climb. So let's get climbing like crazy. Maybe we can get even higher. Walker 4003 heavy. Request flight level 380.
Walker 4003 heavy negative. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Why does it?
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Walker 4003 heavy.
Walker 4003 heavy. Request flight level 380.
Walker 4003 heavy negative. Your requested altitude is below the minimum for your route. Descend and maintain 2,800 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,800 feet, Walker 4003 heavy. Center Walker 4003 heavy, request climb to flight level 380.
Walker 4003 Heavy climb and maintain flight level 380.
Okay,
Climb and
380.
maintain flight level 380 Walker 4003 Heavy.
Here we come. Come on, better be worth it.
Walker 4003 Heavy contact Indianapolis Center on 124.45.
God, it's raining
Center
at
on
these
124.45
altitudes. That's crazy.
Walker
Is that even possible?
4003 Heavy.
It must be very cold up here, so we should actually put on our anti-ice stuff.
Center Walker 4003 Heavy climbing to flight level 380.
Okay, we wanna
Walker
climb a bit less.
4003 Heavy, good morning.
Hey, look at this, guys. We are out of the weather. First time since we started flying. And look at this. This is some nasty ass weather. But we are climbing. Let's keep no, let's keep VS. That's the better one. Oh no, that's the Mach one. We wanna keep a reasonable Mach, right? That's a good one. For some reason I thought that was in knots. Come on, let's climb. Climb above this nasty weather. Climb, you old hag. Climb. You're not gonna make it. It's over. Yeah, this is an inspiring pilot, right? Telling the co-pilot it's over. We're not gonna make it. But it looks like we're just skimming the tops. Come on. Climb. Okay, we have to climb a bit slower or we're gonna end up stalling. Okay, looks like we don't have any... We haven't had any more turbulence at least, so that's a good sign. But I mean, in real life you would have wanted to plan around a bit, I guess. I'm pretty sure we went through red weather, unfortunately. Oh, are we at 3.8 still? No. Can we climb even higher? Walker 4003 Heavy. Request flight level 400. Hey,
Walker
we got it.
4003 Heavy climb and maintain flight
What about
level
fuel?
400.
Ah, we should be fine, right?
Climb and maintain flight level 400 Walker 4003 Heavy.
I just want to see if we can get above the weather and then see how bad the surroundings look. We don't have any weather radar, right? So we gotta do this visually. It's the only way to do it. Okay, we are once again starting to get above the top. And we can let the packs relax now. Ah, cabin safety routine. That's not for real captains such as us. Said no real captain ever. Or maybe someone did. Okay, let's see. Not the best looking weather, a bit blocky. But other than that, apart from this blockiness, it's pretty damn cool. I mean, we are truly above the weather now. Finally, just took a while. Yeah, we're quite close to stalling, so maybe we wanna avoid climbing too fast. But hey, we made it. We have 233 nautical miles left. We did lose quite a bit of speed on those climbs though, so do keep that in mind. We would have been faster, but now we have about the same. As I said 10 minutes ago, we have about 38 minutes.
Walker 4003 Heavy descend via the DLAMP 7 arrival with the ACOTS transition to 5,600 feet, altimeter 2972 at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport.
Descend via the DLAMP 7 arrival with the UKITS transition to 5,000.
And we'll start descending a bit later, and there's no rush.
Walker 4003 Heavy.
And I do think, is the speed increasing? If it is, it's very slowly. Looking pretty good. We want to take a new thumbnail. Maybe we do actually. How do we do that with the best? Let me see, there's some nice view modes. So if we do the ride along one, isn't that up? Now the ride along one is a bit too close, right? We want to do, oh no, ride along actually works. Just gotta find the right viewpoint. Maybe something like this. Not really the best lights. Can we get like above? Doesn't look like it. Let me see if we have wingman maybe. Yeah, wingman can give us some good viewing spots. Something like this should do it. That should be an okay level. Let's see, we're now speeding up. Let's see if this is gonna help. Okay, we're now losing a lot of the speed that we're catching up with a lot of the time that we lost climbing. So let's see, maybe we can force it a bit higher with the speed. We'll then have to select VNav. But yeah, look at this, the weather doesn't look better by any means. We can even have a look at windy and hope for better weather. Let me have a look. Windy. So, satellite, that's gonna give us a pretty good, I mean look at this. Louisville. I mean it's gonna end like at some point, right? But it's rather a big risk that it's gonna get worse, right? I mean look at the, we're basically avoiding, or Louisville is avoiding, because there's I guess a bit of a gap here between these two weather fronts. What's hurricane tracker? Okay, no storms. Is there other layers like tornado tracker or similar? Dust mass. Oh, that's nice. Said no one ever. Okay, we're still getting up. Now it's down to 25 minutes again. Okay, we're slowly increasing our speed, as you can see. Let's have a look in the back. Yeah, it's pretty nice here in business class. How is the interior on this one? It's so this one has a business class, because I don't think I've ever flown a 7. Yeah, okay, we can't really do that. We need to do it this way. The free camera is good, but it doesn't stay with the plane, right? And then when we're talking about the tourists or the economy class, 2, 3, 2 can't be this tiny, right? It must be, you must be able to squeeze in more people than this, like for the real budget ones. Let's just see if there's a... Oh, and I can hear the sounds changing, so I'm wondering if it's because we're going further back to the plane. It's a bit different, the sound. Okay, 2, 3, 2. But okay, reasonably big airplane. Okay. And we are up there with the speed. We have 15.6 fuel left. We are above the clouds, which is nice, but of course the nicest thing would be if we had a weather radar so we could try to avoid the worst hotspots, but we'll make do with what we have. The question is, since we're landing at 3-5 left, we'll just basically have to go all the way to the end and then to the right. Maybe we can take one of the high-speed exits. And I've heard it's very expensive to fly out of Louisville because the cargo hub is so big. But that is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen. Now I really want to get to Louisville airport just because of the cargo hub. Cool to see them from above. You can see the 747s. I'm just looking 747s, the MD-11s, right, with the third engines. Then I guess we have 767s and A300s. And I wonder if they have any other. They have the 777s as well, right? So that's pretty dope. Okay, let's jump back. Oh. Okay, this must be potentially the jet stream that we were warned about. But were we gonna cross it, or were we just gonna fly? No, this is the turbulence they warned about, because it was supposed to be at 40,000 feet. So let's put on the seatbelt signs again. Yeah, seatbelt sign is on. How long? Still about 80 nautical miles. We have a really nasty headwind. So that is slowing us down quite a bit. Okay, but the seatbelt signs are on, so that's a good sign. In the sense that at least the passengers should know of the severity of the situation. Okay, we have a lot of waypoints. Jesus Christ. How can there be so many waypoints? It's just a lot of them stacked up one by one. I guess that makes sense. Okay, let's jump back out. I think the wings were also new for the 767-400 model, right? They look a bit more swept. There we have the two pilots. Both of them look a bit tired of their jobs. I guess hauling passengers takes its toll on people. Okay, let's see. Good, good, good. It's all looking good. I'm gonna go and get some water. I don't think we need to plan anything specific because we can just do this, right? We'll do flaps 30 around 135 for landing. So that's at least somewhat ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, the pilot is back. Let's have a look. We are 21 minutes, 145 nautical miles. I could hear the beeps from downstairs. How do we talk about the cabin safety routine? Airplane. What's this? Advanced effects. Maybe nothing that we need to add. General interaction options. I need to read the document to see how you do the cabin safety things. What about PA? Oh, here we actually have it. That's why. Okay, so that's why I missed it. So we can say that. What about now? Before landing. And we're just gonna turn directly into the wind. How? Well, maybe the wind will change quite a bit once we get down to the ground. When I was quickly looking, I was like, that's the moon. Those mini pixels. I don't think we can see the moon. I think it's only the sun potentially. And that's up there. Let's see, FMC message. Reset MCP out. Oh yeah, we want to get down. What was our clearance? We were down to 5,600. So we can do VNAV. 5,600. Okay, let's be prepped. It's already starting to slow us down. AK decreasing our thrust. I guess getting us ready for the descent. What was the VNAV? Cruise 0.677. That's so low. Maybe I can do that. Maybe even a bit more. So we don't have to fly super slow. Save us a bit of time. Okay, we'll soon start descending into this abyss of a weather. I mean, imagine this is 38,000 feet altitude and this is the weather we're facing. It's not nice. It looks really good, the cockpit, when you switch the scenery, and it's
Walker
like the different
heavy, you're off
looking cockpit,
Turn left to
and then it becomes a bit darker,
to return to course.
less crisp.
Heading 220 Walker 4003 heavy.
And we're actually not off the course, it's just that we have a different, older star with pilot DDC. You can see it, I'll show you. Because I haven't really aligned them, so we'll be coming down here. So quite similarly. Now what's this? Is this an airport base? This looks very unabandoned. Military maybe? Maybe it's a private one. I wanna know what this one is. So it's right kind of northeast. That's an interesting place. Or at least it looks interesting from afar. Now I am wondering, Louisville. We are descending, so that's good. Okay, it's the Big Oaks Wildlife Natural something.
Walker 4003 Heavy, you are off course. Turn left to heading 220 to return to course.
Heading 220 Walker 4003
Big Oaks
Heavy.
Ranch Airport. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, we are descending into the abyss. It's already raining again. We're not even in the clouds and there's already rain. That doesn't look good, but it is what it is. And here we can kind of see us. Oh, that guy closed the windows. Do we have someone who hasn't shut their windows? God damn, people, do you really all... Can we open this? Doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. Oh, but we had this view. Do they also? Oh, I guess maybe the sun, right? 'Cause that's the side the sun is from. Okay, we're starting to fly into the clouds. Look at these beautiful engines working hard to get us down. And we are descending and we should be on a similar path soon. Yeah, we're getting less complaints now in terms of our path, so that's good. And let's see what the weather is. That's gonna be interesting. At our destination. Let's see, I'm gonna... I'll start preparing already for the paint.net for the thumbnail of the video. Save myself some time. Have to run quite shortly after I've wrapped the recording of this video up, so have to be a bit efficient. And did I have a nice Walker Air logo? I did. Not the best one though, in the sense of sometimes it's hard to find those available. Oh no, where did I... There we go. Okay, good. And we are descending. It's looking good apart from the shitty weather. But not much we can do about that. Just wait this weather out, basically. Okay, getting the thumbnail. Starting to look pretty good. It's quite easy to make these. I don't put too much effort into them, to be frank. Okay, we are descending. Do we want to put some panel lights? Maybe it's gonna be quite dark.
Walker 4003 Heavy resume navigation.
Resume?
Navigation.
And we're once again in a bit of a... What would you say? Between layers, I guess is the word we're looking for. And now we're getting into one of those layers again. I guess we can do before landing. Maybe start descent. Okay, we're soon at 18,000. Have we received anything in altimeter wise? Walker 4003 heavy. Say altimeter.
Walker 4003 heavy altimeter 2982.
2982.
Walker 4003 heavy.
So we have that. And we are still descending nicely.
Center Delta 770 at 28 for 24. Delta 770 enter. Descend via the Ola 1, except maintain 14 pounds. Palomar altimeter 2996.
Soon we are at 18,000 feet, so we can already start putting this to the right one. And remove standard.
Sir, I think you might have forgotten about the cabin safety routine. Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features
Yeah,
of this aircraft.
let's have them do the safety routine so we can get them to stop calling us about that.
Fittings one into the other. Tighten it by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the belt. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt
Ola Oscar 232 with under descend via the Ola 1, except maintain 14 pounds. Palomar altimeter 299.
Maybe when I put on the logo lights, do we see that better? Nah, not really. How's the dome light? Can't really see it during the day. Landing altitude. Oh, it's definitely gonna be below 600 feet. 500. Let's put that in. What about fuel? Looking okay. We have quite a bit more in the right engine compared to the left. Oh yeah, not left or right engine, but in the left tanks compared to the right. Speed brake, we can arm that. I think it's looking pretty good. We still have quite a bit of ways to go, but we should get there in about 10-15 minutes. Between 10 and 20, I would say.
Southwest 2821, center descend maintain level 200.
It's cool though, you can really see with like these things kind of what they then developed into the 777, right? So that one is really more refined and a very beautiful airplane actually. They've really done a good job there, FlightFactor. But I still do like flying the PMDG one in P3D. So I'm not sure I'm gonna be flying the FlightFactor one as much as it should be flown. Because it's always gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna fly the 777, which sim? I think the 767 though, that's a bit of a win now with X-Plane. I might get all the rest of the FlightFactor 767 versions just because they're very nice. Okay, now we can do before landing.
Walker 4003 heavy
Okay,
slow
we're
to
10,000.
knots or less.
Oh, sorry, wrong lights.
4003 heavy.
These ones. Oh, I guess this one, does this apply? Because these are the wing and that's the nose gear one. So maybe they all can be considered landing lights. But I'm not 100% certain, to be frank. Okay, so we should slow down. Why haven't we slowed down? Do we have a speed restriction? We do not. Okay. So that's my own miss. Or is it because... No, we are on VNAV. Why aren't we stopping? Why is it...
Walker 4003 heavy contact Louisville approach on 134.15.
Approach on 134.15 Walker 4003 heavy.
Okay, we're now getting at least
Walker
a bit of a...
Wilco Walker 4003 heavy. Approach Walker 4003 heavy descending via the DLAMP 7 arrival with the Yukits transition to 5,600 feet.
Walker 4003 heavy, good morning. Continue descent via the DLAMP 7 arrival with the Yukats transition.
Continue descent via the
Okay,
DLAMP
we
7
can slow
arrival
down.
with the Yukits transition Walker 4003 heavy.
Okay, we're continuing our descent. Do we have any specific altitude to maintain then? We do not. We want to get down to 4,000. Let me see, 5,000, 2,400. It's gonna be our final altitude.
Walker 4003 heavy. You are 12 nautical miles east of the airport. Altimeter 2972 cleared direct BRBO and then cleared for the
72.
ILS approach to runway 35 left with the BRBO in transition at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport.
Okay, so quite lower
Altimeter
barometric pressure.
2972 cleared direct Bourbon, then cleared for the ILS approach to runway 35 left with the Bourbon transition at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport Walker 4003 heavy.
Okay, Bourbon transition 35 left. All sounds good to me. AK, and you can see the wind has changed quite a bit, so we should be fine. AKA we should not be having a huge tailwind. How is it looking on the from the different perspectives that we have? Looking pretty good. Yeah. It's looking good. Looking good. This turn looks strange. It can't be such a extreme. It should just be straight. So the question is why... Or actually the question might not be related to that, it might be related to that we are flying. Okay, we can do speed. We can keep 240, and then the question is what kind of speeds do they want us to keep? 240 to... Oh, actually wants us to keep 240. So maybe we can just fly on V now. Yeah, so there is some rain. Probably gonna be rain on landing. And what we need to keep in mind with that is maybe we should go on a higher auto brake level. Just because it's probably gonna be quite hard to stop compared to, you know, when you're landing without the water on the runway. Some other things we can do a bit early is the runway turn of light. I don't want to forget those. Anything we need to do with the EFB, and I'm mainly thinking about the PAA. No, before landing and then it's after landing. Okay, so nothing too bad, and we stopped getting the calls after we did the safety thing. Anything here? What's this one? Oh, nothing we can test. Yeah, that one works. Flight recorder. Should I put that on? I guess. Or can you just keep it on test? Is it like automatically started? Potentially, right? APU is not on, it's just the gen.
United 1615 level 16,000.
Okay, we're soon turning right. And let's have the ILS take us down, and then we'll just at the end. We might do the throttles manually, but we'll kind of just at the end remove the AP, the autopilot. And talking about that, maybe I could set that up. I don't really have any. Can you do that? Sim settings, interaction. Ah, you can, I think, just press here, right? If you wanna, or just disconnect the autopilot from there. Okay. Let's start descending. I wanna see how this one is executing this. This looks hilariously bad.
November traffic 12 o'clock and 3 miles maneuvering 6,400 no. The traffic not site flying 360.
Why are we doing a left turn for this? Makes like 0 sense. I don't think they want you to do a left turn. But okay, we're gonna let it play out for now. Hopefully it will be fine, but let's see. Once we wait, or as we wait, we can...
Approach at 689 with you, 11,000 now. We're waiting for Aegis to pop up.
Check these info. So the IRS, aka the INS.
Okay, we'll maintain
Could you do this as an INS? I guess not, because you don't have the waypoint. Okay, we are turning. Hopefully soon we'll be on a straight approach into a red bird. And then Ollie, Knox, Cardinal, and KSDF. Oh, we've stopped turning. That's not good. Let's force the turn. Okay, that's yeah. We don't want that happening. The VNav is still on. Let's see if it's gonna work or not. What about the speed? Maybe I screwed it up by... Let's see if it's able to change the speed once we get closer to Ollie. Same with the... So there's some bugs with this one, right? Flying this plane doesn't feel as good as flying, let's say, the Tolises in terms of systems and how they work. And of course they aren't as in depth, that's just a fact. But they are pretty decent. Okay, let's see. 6. In terms of let me see it. Missed approach, climb to 1000, then climb left, turn to 4000 feet and heading to 40, and IU Vortac R279 to Damon International. There we have Damon, and then it's a hold. Okay, so that's good. Good to know. Are we slowing down at all? Nothing as of yet. I just want to see once we get here to a Ollie or Ailey. I can't pronounce it properly. Okay, we're almost at 4000. I just want to see if the speed will change. That's the main thing I'm interested in seeing, just for the VNav. Okay, we can't really see anything, fortunately. Okay, still nothing. And we're soon on the waypoint. And we're soon at 4000 feet. Is this one changing? Is this one changing? Can we force it somehow? Speed.
Walker 4003 Heavy altimeter 2972 at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Contact Louisville Tower on 124.2.
Altimeter 2972 tower on 124.2.
Okay, let's see once we're at
Walker
Ali.
4003 heavy.
I think we can remove that.
Tower Walker 4003 heavy inbound for ILS approach runway tree 5 left.
Are we slowing down or not?
Walker 4003 heavy, good morning. Continue
The
ILS
million-dollar
to runway
question.
tree 5 left call when established on final.
We don't need to be slowing
Continue
down.
ILS runway tree 5 left will call when established on final. Walker 4003 heavy.
So I'll do approach. Let's do speed mode instead. We'll slow down to 1.7 and we can add flap 1. And actually I think the easiest is just to disconnect the auto throttle actually. That's gonna be the easiest way to do this. Oh, actually that was just on the line. Oh, do we have a flap 3 setting? Are we slowing down at all? Let's add some speed brake, see if that will work. We're slowing down way too slowly. Let's add the gear. Hopefully that will create drag. Okay, now we're seeing enough drag to maybe be able to pull this off. Okay, we're on approach, that's good. We have the lights on. We still haven't gotten the right. Speed brake is still extended. Yeah, let's get that armed instead. Ah, we're almost over speeding. Close, very close. Oh, was it 135, right? So you can go flaps full. Can we see anything? Nothing yet. Let's add a bit of thrust. We don't wanna end up with basically no thrust on final. Okay, okay, land. LAD 3. Should there be an end? Or maybe I'm missing something. Speed wise we're looking good, we're a bit above. Let's throttle down a bit more. I hope to see the airport soon. We have the runway in sight. We can disconnect the autopilot. We're on full manual now. Let's see how this will go. God, X-plane. Difficult. Much more difficult to land an X-plane than P3D. That's just my observation. Let's add a bit of thrust.
Approaching 3-5 left.
3-5 left.
Walker 4003 heavy winds are 055 at 10 knots,
We're
gusting to 16
bit
knots.
low. Let's
Clear
see.
to land runway tree 5 left.
Clear to land runway tree 5 left. Walker 4003 heavy.
Okay, good. Looking better with the puppies. Okay, let's see. We're getting down. No rain, or is there rain? I can't notice it. It's so tiny amount. Okay, still looking good. Still looking good. Maybe a bit low. Maybe a bit low. I have to crab a bit to the left just before we hit the ground. Continue. Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Walker 4003 heavy exit
Okay,
runway. when
thrust
able,
reverse is
report clear.
activated. Maybe I crabbed too much. Okay, let's remove the thrust reversers. We can remove the speed brakes. We can remove the auto brakes as well.
5,000 feet remaining.
Let's brake a bit here. We'll take this one. I forgot again to say we're established on final, but that's good enough.
Louisville. The local time is 9:01 a.m. and it's currently about 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening
Let's shut
overhead
these.
bins as items may have shifted during the flight.
Walker 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Walker 4003
put on the
Heavy contact
APU.
Louisville ground on 121.7 for taxi clearance.
Let's talk to our
Ground
people.
on 121.7 for taxi. Walker 4003 Heavy.
The local weather is very nice. 14 degrees centigrade. The local time is 9 p.m. For your safety and comfort.
Well, it's a very nice weather. I don't think so, but oh well.
The fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe. Check around your seat for any personal belongings.
Did we just get a clearance to contact Walker 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi?
If you require departing assistance, please remain on your seat until all other passengers have departed. One of our crew members
268 was the landing rate, so not the best, but not the worst.
Taxi to gate Golf Tree 1 via taxiway Foxtrot, Echo, Golf, hold short runway 11 Walker 4003 Heavy.
Walker 4003 Heavy cross runway 11.
Cleared to cross runway 11 Walker 4003 Heavy.
We got kind of the gate I wanted to park at, 31. Not sure it's gonna match in terms of the number, but it's showcasing the tip here. So we're just gonna park here at the tip of the passenger terminal. There seems to have been a taxiway which is now closed. This one is still... Oh, this one is actually closed as well, but oh well, we'll do it anyway, because we have nothing to lose. And now let's see which one are we picking. None of these look perfect. Let's do this one. That's the closest here. And actually we were supposed to taxi this. We actually did the correct taxiway, or the correct taxi route. For some reason. Let's get the APU one on. We are ready. Let's see what this guy is saying. Okay, okay. Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop? Okay, we can stop. Taxi brakes. Shutting right engine and left engine. Yeah, we don't need those. Let's have a look. We'll close pilot to ADC and we'll have a look if this one was accepted. And it was. So as you can see, the only weird thing we did was this little thing. Yeah, no clue why we did this little circle thing. Maybe it was the VNAV, maybe I programmed it wrong. You never know. But oh well. But yeah, we made it. To the nice $0 payware Louisville, which is actually for Explain 11, but looks very nice in Explain 12 as well. I've noticed most of the airports work, so it's very nice to kind of, because there's so much good freeware ones for Explain. It's actually much, I would say P3D maybe has more because you can get FSX ones, but the quality on the Explain ones, the freeware ones, is just much better. Okay, so here we're coming in for a landing, and look at these. That looks really cool. Let's just do the outside approach. I don't think we need to have a look from the inside. I don't think it was too spectacular of a landing. So I did crab to the left, but the question is if I crab too much, maybe too early. So let's see. Well, yeah, it looks pretty good with the auto ortho. I mean, it's not crazy much of a difference, but it does help a bit with the surroundings. Maybe not this low though. It's mainly when you're flying high, I would say. Okay, let's see. So we do crab. Have a look at the rudder. We start inputting left rudder about now. Thought at least we did that. Yeah, now. Okay, but too much. We did way too much. We overcorrected. But actually pretty decent, apart from the fact that it went a bit too far to the left due to that overcorrection. Ah, but look at that. The engines, everything. I love that you can see everything in the replays and X-Plane. That's a really cool feature, and that the replay function works. That's a big thing, because it didn't work before, but now it does. But yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a bit longer actually than I had envisioned, but hopefully it was a good and interesting one. Sucks that we didn't have weather radar, but such is life. So yeah, until next time, bye bye.